12 races down, 3 to go. Time for race 13 of the meeting, and it's Heat 3 for IAME Mini. Two winners so far, well, one winner so far for both races, Louis Paternot, but Matteo Campobello, who lines up alongside the 837 from Eichmann's Grand Prix, has been very close to taking victory himself. They round out the front row. Matt Cooper and Harry Chapman round out the second row ahead of Axel Linders and Toby Terhard, but drama there for Victor Adu in the 822 is not looking like he's going to take any part in the race. That cart has come to an abrupt halt, so the driver starting 22nd will not take to the race, I'm afraid. Axel Linders and Toby Terhard round out row 3. Bruce Chirino and Gilles Duval, row 4. Arthur Jasson and Matthias Cavulea round out your top 10. Bran Connings and Mathis Lambrecht round out row number 6. Following that, row 7, Kian Ten Hav and Milan de Ruyt, Ziad de Duin and Lucas van der Heere round out row number 8. Artem Kikireshko and Victor Oliverizo round out row 9. Maxime Ball and Martin Chekingomis round out the top 20. Head of Noah Kim. Jutan Victor Adu starting 22nd will not take to the start. Musa Bira Akbaba, William Sitio and Lassivon de Veda will round out the 25 strong competitors. Also have to give a shout out to Harry's mum. I think it was Megan, who's been watching from home in the UK, saying, chomping my nails to the bit, but good to have you with us along for the ride, along with the over 250 people that are watching so far. So up to a canter we go. Red lights on the gantry, into the tram lines, revs up, lights on, and we are one full start again. Just like the opening heat earlier on today, as everyone's going to go around for another 1.36 kilometres here at the home of champions. Now, sunset is predicted for 5:27 local time. Our last race starts at about 20 past 5, so please don't be too alarmed, folks, if we might have a possibility of floodlights towards the end of the day. So we are coming up to about 4:45 local time, or 4:43 p.m. I want to be pedantic about it, but the drivers now will have this opportunity to just control, out, delete, reset, refocus, get themselves ready for an opportunity to get things going underway for the second time of asking. Red lights have been reignited. The yellow flashing amber light to indicate a full start has been extinguished. So can Louis Pettenot go for 3 or Matteo Campobello, does he have something to say about it? Out of the final corner, lights on, revs up, and the lights are out this time. We go green for heat number 3, and a very good start by Louis Pettenot. As everyone, it's going to be 4 abreast going into turn 1 for the first time. Some drivers, including Harry Chapman, who's just jumped up into 3rd, but there has been a coming together, and the 864 turned around coming out of turn number 2, and that was Gilles Duval from Belgium, I'm afraid. Patinot, in the meantime, has Well, that's going to be a dive to the inside. Harry Chapman has just threaded the eye of the needle. It was 2x2 Noah's Ark style into turn 6, and the Briton went to the inside line, made it work, and got through to P2. Looks over his right shoulder. Matteo Campobello looks to be in 5th. As maybe, I think Matthias Cavulea might have made up a couple of positions in the meantime. The 885 from Germany has clearly done so. As that was a bit too close there for Matteo Campobello, but Louis Petinot leads. Harry Chapman 2nd. Toby Terhar 3rd. Bruce Chirino 4th. Matthias Cavulea. Well, it's going to be Matthias Cavulea trying to get through on Matteo Campobello. The German goes to the inside, and Campobello holds on with the throttle fully sent and stays in front of the young man from Germany. Meantime, a little bit further back, we've got the likes of Axel Linders battling away with Artem Kikireshko. As there's going to be a change for 3rd position. And that will be Bruce Chirino on Toby Terhar in the 844 entry for Fusion Benelux. And Harry Chapman, when I spoke to his dad, Mike, in the break, he said, well, it's been a bit of a guessing game, you know, with the carburettor set up, the tyre pressures. And I said to Harry, I said, are you having fun? That's the main thing. He went, yeah, I'm really enjoying the track here at Genk. And that put a smile on Mike's face. 3 wide, and clash between Campobello and Cavulea. And we have got a penalty, 5-second time penalty. That is going the way of, I think that might be the 885, possibly. Yeah, looks to be 885, and that is Matthias Cavulea from Germany. As, oh no! That was Matteo Campobello spinning at turn 3. Gets a clash on the right rear from behind. And around he goes. He has to wait until the rejoin. Oh, that is a real disaster for the driver from PJM. I'm going to have a little look back at the footage courtesy of the live stream. Big thank you to our streaming partners here at Camp Company GmbH, headed up by the team with Mike Wagner. But it was the case that Campobello, he just had a little bit of a touch to the back of, I think it was Toby Terhar, and around went Campobello. So he's that can happen when you touch the front end, when you touch with the front bumper on the rear bumper of another kart in front. You can sometimes accidentally start a rotational phase of the kart going around, and unfortunately for Matteo Campobello, might have been slightly of his own making at that point. However, there has been a change for 2nd. New fastest lap holder of the race, and now P2 is in the hands of Bruce Chirino. So the youngster from the Netherlands, making sure he's making an impact in this race as there's more dives through into turn 2. 2 3/4 minutes of the race remain, plus that additional lap. And some drivers definitely finding their way around the circuit. Matthias Cavulea has just lost out to Arthur Jassogne in the 884, going through onto the Europolan. So that is going to be a positional change for 8th place. So Jassogne up a position from where he qualified. But Artem Kikireshko in the number 808 from the Ukraine has made up 11 positions. As you've got the likes of Axel Linders being closed on in by Arthur Jassogne in the 884. Meantime, there is a bit of a scrap for 3rd place. Chirino is going after Petinot. Chapman 3rd. Konings, Terhar, Kikireshko, Linders, Jassogne, Cavulea, Terhar, Cecchin-Gomis. And unfortunately, Matteo Campobello did not get any further than turn 3, lap 3 after that drama. And so the 855 from PJM will retire from the race. So Yep. 8.85. Matthias Cavalier. 5-second penalty for breaking complete formation. That's 3 or 4 wheels outside of the track. As now there has been a change. Bram Connings has got through on Harry Chapman, who's fighting him back and gets through up the inside at turn number 8. And Chapman has to go a little bit. Discretion is the better part of valor through turn 9. He's got Toby Terhar breathing down his exhaust pipe as they go hard into the braking zone. Chapman to the inside, bumps over the curb. And Connings to his outside, and that allows Terhar to get through on the brick, going through into turn number 11. Great exchange between these 3 young drivers. There's still an opportunity here for Harry Chapman to go for P3. Because look at, oh, well, that was a bit too close for comfort. Connings and Terhar were across the line pretty much neck and neck. And Chapman might find the inside line. Can he go through into turn 1? Yes, he does. But Terhar's got the overspeed round the outside. Harry Chapman gets pit boxed in, but he dives to the inside of 2. And Bram Connings cannot get past. Great, astute work there and a bit of strong holding by the Briton. But Toby Terhar went inside, Connings went to the outside, and Harry Chapman, that's 3 glances over his right shoulder down the Europelan to see where Bram Connings is, and he was on the left-hand side of the 832 Privateer. Through into turn number 8 as we've got 0 on the timer. Meantime, there has been a change for the race lead. Bruce Chirino has broken the Louis Paternotte stronghold, and Paternotte is saying, Bruce, get on with it. Just go, just go. Just go hammer down. Get away from everybody because they might be closing in on us. Well, with a gap of about 3.4 seconds to 3rd position, which is occupied by the Netherlands' Toby Terhar, we have 1 more lap to go, and it is Chirino versus Paternotte. Paternotte will take pole for the Super tomorrow, no matter what happens, because Campobello is out of the mix. Through into turn number 2, now 3, and then turn 4. Now it's going to be the hard braking zone into turn 5. And Paternotte, he's 1-2 already. Chirino has got to keep that back end of that 875 as wide as humanly possible. But it's dependent on when Paternotte decides when is the moment to strike. And he's got to wait for that opportunity for it to present itself. At the moment, that's not quite yet, but there are corners to go until the checkered flag. Through turn 9 for the final time here in IAME Mini for heat number 3. Bruce Chirino started in 7th position. They come through turn 10. And Paternotte is building. He showed his nose to Bruce Chirino. Now it's the run out of the final 2 corners. Run to the line, checkered flag in the air. It waves. Paternotte will take pole, but it's Bruce Chirino who wins heat number 3. And a thumbs up between the pair. 8/100ths of a second separating Louis Paternotte, who was on course for the treble, but nevertheless with a combined score of 144 points over 3 heats. He will be our pole sitter. But Bruce Chirino from 7th on the grid takes the win by just 8/100ths of a second after 7 laps. Toby Terhar P3. Arthur Jassogne, Bram Connings, Harry Chapman, Artem Kikireshko up from 17th, finishes 7th, ahead of Axel Linders. Martin Cekin-Gomis, the youngster from France, up from 20th to 9th, ahead of Matthias Cavalier, who will get a 5-second penalty post-race, and finishes provisionally ahead of Masubira Akbaba in 11th, who started 23rd. Well done to the 815, Kian Ten Hav, Matt Cooper, Maxime Bal, Lucas van der Heer round out your top 15. Then we've got Mathis Lambrecht, Gilles Dual, Milan de Ruyt, Zier de Donne, and Vincent Oliver Rizzo rounding out your top 20. Noah Kim, Lasse van der Weyde, and William Sitio rounding out the 23 finishers. And on lap 3, turn 3, it all went horribly wrong for Matteo Campobello and for Victor Radu. For UN1, the race didn't even get started. Chirino wins, but Paternotte rules the roost here in IAME Mini.